Some legal experts would like to see more diversity in law schools to reflect the global community around us. They also want to see lawyers reaching out to community members and educating them about the system. At American University's College of Law, school officials, students, and lawyers came together at the annual Hispanic Law Conference. Former California Supreme Court Justice, the Honorable Cruz Reynoso, was the keynote speaker.
The message is that lawyers not only represent clients and are officers of the court, but they also have an ethical responsibility to be public citizens, to use their great knowledge of the relationship of the Constitution and the laws to citizens and residents of this district, of this country, for the benefit of society, what's called the commonweal, for the benefit generally of society. And therefore, they need to be involved with community groups, not just law groups. They also need to be involved with bar associations to train themselves to be better lawyers, but also to encourage the legislative bodies to pass laws of greater import to the common citizens of this district and this country.
Dean Claudio Grossman says law schools should interact and build creative partnerships with community organizations.
Another goal here, which is the goal of the democracy and culture and participation. We want to anticipate in our own law school the world in which we live. And that world is an exciting world with different languages and colors and backgrounds.
The conference theme was Today's Challenges, Tomorrow's Solutions. Panelists looked at the issues facing the Hispanic community from a legal perspective.
General issues in terms, for example, of immigration and the different procedures concerning immigration, green cards, naturalization, and so forth. So a whole series of issues concern that. Then there are the social issues like access to justice, equal opportunity.
Officials say Hispanics are much more involved in the legal profession now, but they still have a long way to go.
They still represent only about 3% of the lawyers, whereas the population of Hispanics, for example, is at 32% of the state. So we have a long ways to go to have the legal profession be representative of the people of the state of California. Sad to say, those same sort of figures appear practically throughout the country. And it's so important for a democracy to have an important profession like the legal profession be representative of the people. When a person of color goes into court, and if they see that the judge, the jury, the clerks, everybody is not one of him or her, there's a sense of alienation.
The lack of ethnic lawyers places a burden on the few who have chosen the legal profession.
There are so few, relatively speaking, Latino lawyers that they're pulled in many different directions at the same time. They must represent their clients well, yet at the same time they feel they must be active with the communities of color, and they have to balance their lives in such a way that they don't get so caught up that they don't spend time with family, and yet at the same time not give up on the role they have in society. So the folk that I admire most are the folk that don't forget that and keep working at it. I've been so sad to see from time to time a Latino or an African American lawyer or an Asian American lawyer get all excited about the injustices in the world, and they work so hard for a year or two trying to do good here and do the good there, and they seem to tire, and then you don't see them around anymore. I'd rather have a person be steady and keep that balance live.
American University's School of Law has 6% Hispanic students compared to the national average of 3%. Dean Grossman says more minorities must choose the legal profession.
It's not only important for the minorities, it's important for everyone, because our students, the graduates, will have to practice in a diverse world, and then if you need to anticipate that world in the classroom. So from that perspective, it's essential diversity. Sometimes diversity is seen as an issue that favors only a group of people that have claims towards the society. There is another aspect to diversity. It's a tremendous benefit for the society.